All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Fantasy Tippler. Happy to have you on. Today, we're going to do a quick mock draft, starting from the sixth position because it's the worst position. I hate drafting from the mid round because I always feel like either I'm reaching or I'm just not comfortable in that position. So it's been a long time since I drafted in that position, but I had a new startup this year a couple of days ago, and I mock draft a couple of times, and it took me a while to get kind of get a feel of what I should be expecting, like as the rounds come around one at a time instead of like being on the turn, like I am normally like in the 12 to 9 spot because I'm good at what I do. So I figured I would walk you guys through with this as well. So this is a half PPR draft from position six, and as always, we're on Fantasy Pros mock draft simulator. It's to me, it's the best mock draft simulator on the market. The only one that I kind of like to use just to kind of flex my muscles a little bit is on the Sleeper app. And the reason that is the Sleeper app mock draft kind of drafts like a home draft would, a home league would, excuse me. So if you have like a home league where you only have you have 10 to 12 guys and they check their team like once a week, they do the waiver wires on Thursday. They're gonna do a little bit more name value kind of stuff where they will actually draft Rob Gronkowski and stuff like that. So that's going to get a little bit more realistic of what you expect in your home league on the Sleeper app. So I love but you're a pro because you're watching my show. And pros use Fantasy Pro mock draft simulator. So here we go. So I have let's see. The board went off of Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Zeke Elliott, Alvin Kamara, and then Michael Thomas. That's almost like a perfect. That's exactly how I would start my draft. So this makes my decision easy, and I am going to be taking. Actually, no, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to take Dalvin Cook still. I thought about taking Clyde Edwards, but he fell to me in on the turn in one of my drafts earlier, and people mocked me for that for taking a rookie, and I'm like, he's gonna earn, all right. So I'm very very comfortable taking him in the first. So like he went right after me. That's perfect. I mean, this is almost going exactly like I have my ranking now. Travis Kelce, I would not have taken him in the first order, the early second, but they could probably mock draft just in case someone does do that in your lead. That actually helps you. So the wide receivers are going a little early, but that's fine. There's more guys for me. So I was hoping Josh Jacobs would come back to me, but let's see. Austin Eckler's there, so that's an easy decision for me. Austin Eckler, I've been an Austin Eckler fan forever. He's never let me down. He was like a lead winner for me last year, and I'm definitely cashing in on him this year. So back to the draft board. It's coming around the turn. So George Kittle, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes went in the late second, which is expected. I mean, especially if you have the one position. I don't mind grabbing like Chris McCaffrey, which is basically a running back and a half. Like your top receiver available, which is the cutoff to me is Galladay, and then you need to look at elsewhere. But definitely one of the top tight ends. And then if the two Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes are there, you can really stack your team solid if you're in the 1 and 2. So coming around, oh, Jim Connor's gone. All right, that was a little early, but I still have I'm willing to risk Jim Connor as my RB3 because he could perform like an RB1 or 2 until he gets hurt, and that's a great flex position. So I probably would have taken James Conner here if he was still available, but we are going to go with DJ. You know what? I'm actually going to go with Juju. I think he has extreme wide receiver one upside. And DJ Moore, just because of Teddy Bridgewater and a new coaching system, I would rather have him as my wide receiver, my late wide receiver one. Let's see what else we got here. We just want to look at the draft. I like looking at the draft board to see what the other teams kind of picks. So Alright. Mark Andrews went way too early. Mark Ellie, I know Mark is going and like Mark, who I love. I got him in the 10th round last year. I love him. I'm okay with him in the 4th. I love him in the 5th. But you better not draft a quarterback before then. So if you draft a quarterback in the first 4 rounds, be it Lamar, Patrick, Dak, if you're crazy, Russell Wilson, or Kyler Murray, do not draft a tight end until like 10 or 11. Because you're going to need to pick up a lot of value players to overcome your wasted draft pick on a quarterback. So the same goes for tight ends. You take tight end early, like you take a tight end in the first 3 rounds, or even Mark Andrews in the 4th. You're going to have. I would highly recommend taking a quarterback much later in the draft. So and there's tons of them. So you can even just watch the Minshew tweet on Twitter. You know, he's hilarious. Gardner Minshew, like I almost drafted him after watching that. So yeah, like I said, I'm not drinking because it's early in the morning. So just look away. So who do I want? David Johnson's there. I like him. Mark Ingram is there. You know, let me make sure. Like we're gonna lose a running back right here. I think we're gonna lose all those picks. So Terry McLaurin. I think I really want him. Tyler Lockett's more stable. Damn it, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go Tyler Lockett because he's just a solid RB2. Excuse me, wide receiver 2. Maybe I should be drinking. All right, that Prescott went off the board right before me. That's fine. I wasn't gonna touch him until the 6th. Ted McLaurin went. Le'Veon Bell went. Cortland Sutton, who go ponies, baby. I love him. DJ Shark, I was hoping to grab him, but David Johnson's there. He fell to me in the 5th. Easy decision, man. Now, he could be a total butt, but he's a running back 3. I mean, like, you want to go gun for the upside. Okay. I'm not touching David Montgomery anymore. He was my round. Kind of, you know, I was taking him a lot in the 6th. Like, and he would be a good pick right here, but I've already got David Johnson, so I'm going to go ahead and skip him. So upside receiver, Hollywood Brown, done. So I feel great about that pick. Now it's a little bit of a risk, but it's a little bit of a risk, but not really, because he becomes a value at 7, and he would more than likely not going to be there at 7. So let's talk about who we have on the board right now. I've got potential opportunity for Brandon Cooks, who I'm not off of yet. Deontay Johnson, who's my sleeper. Christian Kirk, who I love Christian Kirk. I just don't like the situation he's in. He has to become a value for me in order to draft him, and that value is round 9. Jameson Crowder, same thing. Really safe floor, kind of like the Marvin Jones of the world. But let's just take a look at. Let's go back to the draft board. Oops, I'm not paying for that. Most people have already got their quarterback. Idiots. These guys will probably start taking them soon. Running backs getting thin. Let's take a look here. I think the running backs are getting super thin. So I'm going to go ahead and take Kareem Hunt, and we're going to wait on quarterbacks. Thank you for the value pick. I was kind of hoping Matt Ryan would fall a little, like, yeah. I would have taken Matt Ryan here in the 8th if he was available. Let's take a quick look down. All right, Evan Ingram is interesting here. Now, I've been gunning for, like, the Mike Gesicki, the Jerry Kirk, Johnny Smith, no offense, of the world. And not even bothering trying to get, I mean, he's just had a huge injury risk. I mean, like, every time somebody looks at him, he gets hurt. So, I don't know. That's a possibility. Uh, I'm not like once that Matt Ryan came off the board, like I'm basically am I the only one that doesn't have a quarterback? Smile for me. So it's just an auto drafter. They'll probably take Carson Wentz. And by the way, I'm worried about Carson Wentz now, who I was big on. They just lost a key opponent of the offensive line, and I'm a big believer in watching the quarterbacks really depend on the offensive line, obviously. So if there is a like a mid-range offensive line and a key part of that offensive line gets hurt and is out for the season, that concerns me. So Carson Wentz had fallen down my rankings. I hadn't dropped below Ben Roethlisberger, but definitely below Aaron Rodgers, who I keep trying to kick out of my rankings, but I got to give him some respect. Okay, so Evan Ingram looks great here. Tariq Cohen's, now that David Montgomery's injured, it just didn't pick up, but I just, I don't know. John Brown, I love. Let's look at my roster real quick. Do I need? I'm just trying to think. I've got Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, David Johnson, Kareem Hunt. I've got four running back and three wide receivers. I'll probably need a wide receiver then, or I can get Evan Ingram. I am going to grab John Brown. I think he's a great, solid floor backup. In case of break glass, in case of emergency receiver. So if Juju gets hurt and Brown hasn't really broken out yet, I'm fine rolling out Lockett and John Brown. Evan Ingram's still there. All right, well that makes that decision easy. Wow, he fell to me. So yeah, look at that steal. What's up, motherfuckers? Yeah. I'm not gonna try. I know I've been cussing lots on the podcast. I'm just, that's just by accident. I will never give up cussing. I love it. Yeah, like Evan Ingram in the ninth round. Hell the fuck yeah. Okay. All right. Where are we going now? Let's take a look at the quarterbacks. I'm just going to go ahead and Kerryon Johnson. I don't mind in the 10th. Neither do I mind Antonio Gibson. And Alexander Madison, because I have Dalvin Cook, I kind of need to grab it. McCole Hartman, Preston Williams are high on my list. Let's see. What am I going to do here? Look at the rankings, see if we can trick the computer. All right, let's just go ahead and grab Matt Stafford because it is the 10th, and I really want him. I'm all about the Staff baby this year. Staff baby. And Alexander Madison went off the board. Ah, fucking hell. Okay. All right. Well, I deserve to burn in hell for that. I should have taken Alexander Madison. Oh well. By the way, if you get Dalvin Cook and you don't get Alexander Madison, that's fine. Because I also have Kareem Hunt, which makes me if you want to get like a handcuff, you grab like I kind of think you should grab somebody else's handcuff. So Kerryon Johnson, I'm taking him 11 because I think he's going to start, and he could surprise a lot of people. And I'm still a big believer, carry on my wayward football. All right, sleeper time. All right. I got my tight end. I got my quarterback. I'm feeling pretty good. Sleeper time. All right, I am actually going to draft a kicker in the defense this time, just for just a giggle. Normally, unless you draft the week of football or the weekend before football, like I don't recommend drafting kickers in defense because you should always stream the kickers in defense and quarterback. Always. I'm gonna ride Matthew Stafford for the first 6 weeks, and I'm gonna stream him afterwards because I can give him like a trade value for him. So my sleeper right here would definitely have to be McCole Hartman. I do like. I did a small bench this time. So if I had like normally I'd like you drafted a 15th or 16th round, like I would go McCole Hartman, and then if Mike Drafty is still there, I would grab him just because, you know, if you have Hunter Henry or Evan Ingram, you want to get to tight end. You don't want to be chasing them after that first week. So, but feel free to drop them if Evan Ingram is healthy and if you really need to pick up somebody on the waiver wire. Someone always. First 3 weeks, it's waiver wire bonanzas. You know, you always want to try to grab who you think's going to break out. I mean, I could tell you, I could spend a whole podcast. I probably will telling you about who I got in the first 2 weeks on waiver wire. So McCole Hartman has a bigger chance. I think Sammy Watkins sucks. And then, so now we're in the last 2 rounds. Let's see, kickers are going first. Let's just kind of take a look at what we got here. All right, so New England Patriots. This year, a lot of New England Patriots have opted out for COVID reasons, so I'm fading on New England fast. I don't draft them. So a lot of the there's a lot of great expert rankings out there, and they're based on strength of schedule. The strength of schedule for early season, first 4 to 6 weeks, is something to really look at when it comes to defense. Now, because it's the last round, always be willing to like change your mind very quickly, especially if like the defense gets like negative points the first week, drop them like it's hot. So, however, kickers are a little bit more stable, and I love both these guys. And I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. I'm gonna take my will here. And the 2 defense that I'm targeting this year, just 2. And look, if I have to draft, I was in the ESPN draft last night, and that fucking program, they make you that you have to draft every position. I hate that. So it's either the Denver Broncos or the LA Chargers. That's who I like. So I'm going to take the LA Chargers as my last pick of the draft. I think they have a great schedule. So, hey, 94 out of 100. Woo-hoo! As always, I try to tell you, like, whenever you do Fantasy Pro mock draft simulation, don't pay too close attention to the grade because you may be drafting for value, you may be drafting particularly for your league, which you know more about than they do because it's an automated program. However, I get concerned when I get like a C- or below, or C+ even kind of bothers me. That means I need to look at the value of my players and how I'm drafting. Just take a look at it. This happened recently when I had to change gears and we were doing a super premium, a super flex tight end premium, deep bench 12-team league for a mega tournament, and I did a practice draft thinking I was hot shit, and I got like a C-, and I was like, oh. So I had to go back, look at my rankings, adjust for the super flex and the tight end premium, and got back up to like a B+ right before the draft, and I walked out of there, and I'll post it on Twitter. I walked out of there with a pretty good team. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, YouTube/Fantasy Tippler. And you can follow me on This Guy Drinks on Twitter and This Guy Drinks on Instagram. So till next time, guys. Cheers.